Welcome back to Ask the Guru, the podcast where we answer those big questions like, who am I? Why am I here? What's it all for? Thank you so much for joining me on this quest for the answers. Welcome back to Ask the Guru. This is Debbie Dixon, your guru. So today, I was just thinking about, first of all, how much I love you. And if you're feeling at all in this moment unloved, just sit, close your eyes, and hear these words. I love you. I really do. And you deserve to be loved. And you deserve happiness. And you deserve to be cherished. And let this be a reminder. Let this be a reminder that you deserve to walk every day in this lifetime in joy, in play, in love, in remembering of who you really are, that you are a sacred being and your body is a beautiful temple and you are a gift. You are a gift to this world and you've been given this precious human life. And please, don't waste it. Know that you matter. Know that even you don't have to do anything to matter, that your thoughts matter, that everything, we are a part of the collective, and you are a piece of the whole, and you belong, and you matter, and you impact it. So please hear that. Whether or not, so many of us, we feel separated. Maybe this is because of our families, maybe we're the black sheep, we don't belong, nobody understands us, we feel exiled or separated or pushed out. Maybe it's in our, in just society, we sort of feel like an outsider, that nobody understands us. And it is so important that we find our tribe and that we know that we belong and we matter and that we are a piece of the whole. So I need you to hear this right now. You matter and you are a perfect being exactly as you are. So now that that's been said, and I hope that that's what you come back to this podcast for, to just, if you just need to hear I love you, come back to this so that you can remember that you deserve to be loved and cherished and held. This podcast is really designed this way. It's why I do it, is I want you to have a place that you can come to when you get a little bit stuck, when you forget how amazing you are, or you forget that the world is here as just a playground, or we get lost, we get so fixated on the drama, on the illusion of this world and this life, and we can sort of magnify these things that are going on in our life, and then they take us over and consume us. It could be one little situation and we magnify it, we just think about it all the time, and we feel it in our bodies, it becomes our everything. But if we could just zoom out, we see that it's really nothing, right? It's just like nothing in the big picture. But again, very difficult to do that when you're living it, when you're experiencing it. So this podcast hopefully will be kind of an exile, like a break, like a way for you to escape the mind just for a little bit. Or maybe it will just give you a new perspective, a new way to look at those situations. So that's a little bit about what we're going to do today. I'm going to talk about, I've been doing a lot of writing lately as I'm finishing up my book, Hidden in Plain Sight, The Journey to Remembering. And, I was just working a little bit more, kind of touching things up and coming back to a chapter where I'm discussing the fork in the road. And I just kind of love this analogy, so I thought I would share it with you. Viewing that life is only made up of two paths. So imagine you're standing at a fork in the road, and at any given time you can pause and look at your life from this fork in the road, and you can decide, am I going to take a left or am I going to take a right? So let's look at what's on the left and what's on the right. So your two choices, and these are the only two choices, by the way, are life is happening for me or life is happening to me. Is life happening for me or is life happening to me? And I know it's just changing one word, but it's a pretty big word in the way that that sentence hits. I mean, imagine these two roads. So first of all, let's look at road number one. Everything is happening for me. When you're on this path of everything is happening for me, you're in a space where you have the power to create the life you wish. And the only problem that you will face is learning what you like and what you don't. Path one is life is happening for you. You're dreaming it up as you go along. You're creating it. You're just wishing for it, and boom, there it is. Path number two, life is happening to me, is that I must prepare, resist, because life is happening to me. So I've got to prepare for the worst. It's like every day is a battle, right? You against life. And life can be whatever it reveals itself to be, but you've got to be smarter than life, right? You're not working together. You're not creating together. You are powerless in that space, and you're just waiting to react to how life delivers itself to you. And so we give up our power when life is happening to us. And oftentimes we tell the story of victim because life happened to us, did to us, and we are the victim who is powerless. So just take a moment and visualize that you have these two choices. Ask yourself, first of all, which path you're on. Imagine what it's like walking on each of those paths, one where everything's happening for you and one where everything is happening to you. And ask yourself, which path do you feel that you're on right now? Are you telling the story of life is happening to you, or are you telling the story that life is happening for you? And it's vastly different, and it feels vastly different, right? One feels heavy and one feels light. Like imagining you're walking on the path of everything is happening for you, and life feels great. It's just giving to you. It's just giving, giving, giving. And it gives you what you're asking for. And then the other one is life is happening to you. You're putting up all kinds of barriers of resistance here. You're heavy, you're worried, you're fearful. All of that burden that you carry in life is happening to you. So these are the only two choices that you ever really have. That's it. Only these two choices. There's no middle road. There is life is happening to me or life is happening for me. That is it. So let's look at life is happening for us, because this is where it gets a little bit tricky. We have to step into our power. If life is happening for us, we've got to own it. We've got to say everything that is happening for me. That means I cannot give up my power at any given point. That means I cannot judge anything as wrong or bad. I cannot have resistance to it because it is happening for me. So I have to look at it through the lens of, why is this happening? What gift is it giving me? What is it teaching me? Maybe I even asked for it. I mean, because I needed it. I needed the experience so I could know I didn't like this, so I could know what I do like, and I could redirect my vision or my creation or my dreams towards what I do want. I mean, we do need to experience the contrast. We don't know necessarily what we want until we've experienced sometimes what we don't want. It's sort of the mystery and wonder of life is, I can't know that I want my freedom until somebody takes it. And then we really, really, really know we want it. So sometimes we just need to experience a little contrast in life. And we look to it. If you're looking at everything, though, through the lens of life is happening for you, when you experience contrast, you're going, oh, why is this happening? What am I learning? If you're looking at it through the lens of life is happening to you, then you're looking at it from the lens of victim and powerlessness and, telling the story of poor me. Look what's happening to me. Why did this have to happen? This is unfortunate. Instead of viewing it as it was a gift and it's teaching you something and then you can move forward from it, sometimes you can get stuck in that energy of, why is this happening to me? And you give up your power and you feel heavy, depleted, depressed, anchored, and stuck. And And we all get, I don't care how much awareness you have that of these two paths. Maybe you're like, "Oh, Debbie, I've been doing this my whole life. I get it. I know. And I know everything is happening for me." Maybe you're that person. I hope you are. But it doesn't matter. You're still going to at times fall off that path. You'll find yourself telling the story of why. Why is this happening to me? And the to me comes in. So we've got to just have these moments that where I'm here reminding you, right? Bringing you back, that remembering of, oh yeah, that's right. Everything is happening for me. Everything is here to get me to my dream and to remind me, by the way, you are amazing. You are a gift. You have gifts that the world is waiting for you to unpack. We are all sitting back and just waiting for who you're becoming because you are a gift. And if nobody's told you that today or you've forgotten, I want you to look into the mirror and look into your eyes and remind yourself that you are amazing, that you are perfect, that you are whole, and that you matter. And that you have a divine destination, a path, a purpose, you belong, all of those things. That it's so important that you recognize that there's dreams in your heart for a reason. And you need to allow yourself to believe that they are possible so that you can start to fulfill your purpose here this lifetime. It's not selfish. You'll be giving back to the world as you do. It is necessary. You need to start fulfilling your purpose. You need to start walking that path of remembering that life is happening for you. And all you need to do is delegate to life how you wish it to unfold. Dream. Dream big. Use your beautiful imagination to remember the dreams that you had as a child, to step back into that, to allow yourself to believe it's possible. When you're on the when you're on the path of everything is happening for you, you need to look at your dreams. And it is so important to notice as you're making these requests of, I want these dreams. And then you're sitting there going, well, Debbie, I've been wishing and wishing for, abundance and money and freedom and love, and none of it is coming. Well, then you have a barrier of resistance up. It's like you're flowing down this path. You're telling the world that this is what you wish for. At the same time, you're immediately negating it with not believing it's possible. So you've got to ask yourself, I hope that you sit down every day or at least once a week and write out your wishes. This is my day to day, what I'm going to create. This is my month. This is my year. These are my dreams. This is my next chapter. Title it something and get clear and write down some big dreams and then maybe some smaller ones, but allow yourself to have some dreams, some visions, and then look to those dreams and ask yourself, do you believe it's possible? Do you really believe that by next week you could have $1 million? I'm just going to use this as an example, but say your dream is to have $1 million. And by the way, if your dream is to have $1 million, I would love for you to sit down and go, why? What are you going to do with the money? Have a direction for the money, and then really just wish for those things. Wish for the essence of what the money will give you. Whether it's a bigger house, wish for the big house, not the money. Because you never know. You don't want to limit how things come in. You don't want to decide it has to come through the path of you having money first. If you want money, only money, it's because probably you want to feel secure, or you think that somehow having that money is going to make you feel different. Really start to analyze and dissect what it is you truly want. And maybe take money out of it altogether. You want to have, of course, the wherewithal to be able to have these things, and look at the things that you want and why you want them. What is the essence they will bring? How will you feel when you have those things? So sit with that for a while and then ask yourself, do you believe you deserve it? because these are the two biggest sort of resistant factors that show up in our belief system. So when we're on the path of life is happening for me, oftentimes the to me comes in, right? The life is happening to me in those limitations of, yeah, but I won't get that. Yeah, but I don't deserve that. Yeah, but everybody else that happens. And that's, again, those are those limiting beliefs that hold us back from allowing those things to come to you. And they want to, trust me. The world wants to give you whatever you want. You just have to allow it. You've just got to get yourself into a state to see yourself the way I see you, that you deserve it. You deserve to be in joy and love and blessings and to walk in life as a big playground, just playing, just loving, just living, and to remember that you belong, that you are part of the whole, and that, you are important. You're incredibly important. You make a difference. And so your thoughts and the way that you show up impacts so many people. So today, start telling the story that life is happening for you, that life is showing up, working with you as the creator, that you are like a artist and you are molding your life with your words, with your thoughts, with your dreams, with your wishes, and it is all showing up. So if you look at your life as that creator from that space of life is happening for me, then you have to ask yourself, okay, why did I create this? Why is this showing up? What am I learning from it? What is it giving me? View everything as happening for you. It's not going to be easy, trust me. Stepping onto this path is so challenging because it means you have to hone your power. It's like you've been given a magic wand and you forgot it's a magic wand, so you just think it's a stick. So you just set it aside. And I'm telling you, pick it back up. Remember that you have the power to create whatever life that you want. And the most important thing that you can do to start stepping into the path of creating your life is to begin telling the story, life is happening for me. And that means you can never, once you really step onto that path, you can never say, oh, this happened to me. You have to look at every single thing through that lens. Life is happening for me. So even those difficult situations, even those struggles and hardships, the things that are showing up and poking at you, those things happening for you as well. And within it is a lesson, a gift, oftentimes, something that you need. It might even be tools or strength, or remember, you might have something really, really big that you're here to do. And for you to be able to step onto that pedestal, that podium, to show up in that powerful way in the future, you need these skills. And so the universe is so intelligent in the way, and so are you, in the way that it is guiding you and teaching you and growing you. So we need to go, what is the lesson here? Why is this showing up? And look to the contrast. Look to the things that you don't want as something that is revealing to you what you do want. And then instead of focusing on the story of what you don't want, now start giving all of your attention to what it's revealed to you, that this is what I want, and now I'm clear about it. So I'm going to focus all my attention on that and watch that start showing up for me. And please remember that you deserve it. You deserve all of the abundance that the world has to offer. Prosperity, love, joy, bliss, infinite amounts. That the only thing that ever stops that flow from coming to you is you. You not believing that you deserve it, you forgetting how amazing you are, and you having the beautiful gift of being able to love and take care of and nurture others. But please be willing to receive that love and that nurturing that wants to come back to you. be open right now. Move into your heart. Open up your heart and hear these words. I love you, and you deserve to have the life of your dreams. Please, today, sit down, pull out a piece of paper, and write down your wishes. And I promise you, if you just would pick up that magic wand again and you just step onto the path of life is happening for me, everything will start to manifest in your life in such a magical way. It's going to blow your mind. It will truly amaze you. Sit down with, do I believe I deserve this? Is there anything in me that is holding back, or can I just open up the floodgates and let it all come to me? So I hope you have an amazing day, and I cannot wait to hear the stories of all of the abundance that you're allowing to flow into you once you've stepped onto the path of remembering that life is happening for you. And make it an amazing day. So much love.